Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you and showing you my discontinued fragrances that I love to bits. There's going to be a second part. The first part I've made a couple of weeks back. I'm going to be leaving the link to the video in the description box. And yeah, shall we get started? So it's not going to be in any particular order, it's just the fragrances as they go. Doesn't mean that the first one I love most and the last one I love least. I love them all the same. So it's a shame that these fragrances are no longer produced and sold. Well, basically you can still find them. The question is how much you're going to pay for them, because they are discontinued fragrances. Hard to find fragrances, rare fragrances. So yeah, let's just jump right in. So the first one, do you recognize this one? This beauty of a fragrance, the Beat. This is the Beat by Burberry, and it has a pink pepper, mandarin orange, cardamom, bergamot, tea, iris, bellflower, white musk, vetiver, and cedar. This is a beautiful fragrance. I remember when it came out, I want to say I was writing my thesis, or I was like researching for my thesis, one of the two, and so I had to stay in the house like in summer because I was so busy, and I would just go out to sniff new fragrances and then maybe just buy something. And then I saw this one. It was 30 mils, just as this one, and I got this fragrance. And I was so in love with this fragrance because it's such a beautiful, nice, crispy, light, fresh, yet very zesty fragrance, but feminine. Zesty feminine, because we know that when it comes to zesty, when it comes to bergamot or lemon scents, they can be tricky. They can pull to the masculine side a little bit, but this one, no, it was super feminine, super nice, super beautiful. So I was so in love with this one that I used 30 ml fragrance in a month, practically staying at home all the time in a month. This one is such a beautiful, such an easy grab. It's like an everyday fragrance. It can go from summer to winter. It's just cheerful, it's just fresh and nice. But if I think right, there's nothing about this fragrance that screams, oh my gosh, it's so rare, it's nothing alike. There are so many fragrances that are like this one, but this one, it has something that every time that I can, I go and I grab the bottle. This is probably the last bottle that I will ever buy, because I just don't see this fragrance anymore, which is a shame, because we need in our life easy grab, easy reach, beautiful and feminine fragrances. We just need them. So the next one is a fragrance. It's a legendary fragrance. It's a low-cost fragrance. Well, not now, because now this fragrance retails for, well, it's discontinued, so it retails for around, I want to say 200, 300 euros. Well, it depends on who is selling, but at the moment when this fragrance was still in stock, produced, and it was still in every single shop. It was even in the grocery store, because it's a mass market. It's a mass market fragrance from Madonna. So this is the Truth or Dare by Madonna. And I swear to you guys, this fragrance was sold in a big city market, where you can go and you can buy your groceries, you can buy, I know, some clothes, some shoes, whatever it is that you need, and fragrances and nail polishes as well. So this is the fragrance that you could buy everywhere, and it was so cheap. It was so cheap, but it's such a beautiful fragrance. that I just can't get enough of this fragrance, and unfortunately it's discontinued. So it has tuberose, gardenia, neroli, jasmine, benzoin, lily, vanilla, amber, and musk. This is a beast of a fragrance. This is a white flower galore. It's just, this is super tuberosy, super loud, super intense. It's just super intoxicating fragrance. This is not a fragrance for the people that are afraid of white flowers, not for the faint at heart, you know. This is for the people that love white flowers, and white flowers love them, because sometimes we know that the tuberose can be tricky, lily can be tricky, lily can be like headache inducing, and tuberose can be suffocating. White flowers, well, they do that. And jasmine is no joke sometimes, but this one is so sexy, so beautiful, is just an amazing fragrance. And you would never in a million years guess that this fragrance was retailing for, like, I want to say this is 100 ml, so this is the biggest bottle. Or I actually, to be honest, I'm not sure that it was in any other size, probably, I don't remember, but the biggest size, this one, it retailed for around 25 euros, something like that. Sometimes you can even find, you were able to find it for like 19 years, something like that. I personally got my bottle for under 10 euros. So yeah, it was a dream. It is a dream fragrance. It's a beautiful fragrance. And yeah, unfortunately, all beautiful fragrances tend to get discontinued, or the most of them. So the next one is the fragrance that I just can't get enough of this fragrance, and I have one bottle completely packaged. It has it's sealed, it's packaged, it's untouched. It's waiting for these two to be gone. So this is a beautiful fragrance by Bvlgari, and this is the fragrance that is called Paraiba. So I have two fragrances at the moment. I have this 25 ml fragrance, which is up to here. I'm finishing this fragrance, and then this one is the Classique 40 ml fragrance. So this is such a nice fragrance. I'm not sure why Bvlgari would discontinue Jade fragrance, Classique Omnia fragrance. This one is just, they have such a nice fragrances. I mean, I'm not saying that all the fragrances that they have now are not good, but it's just those were exceptional. So in this fragrance we have passion fruit, bitter orange, passion flower, we have gardenia, cacao pod, and vetiver. This is a tropical fragrance. This is a tropical beauty. You know, every single time that I have this fragrance on, my mind, it just goes right away to this. Just imagine, just close your eyes and imagine you sipping on a cocktail, something exotic, alcoholic or not, depends if you like it or not. You are on the beach, sunset, so you can actually still feel the heat because it's very hot. It's some kind of exotic destination, and you're with your friends. You have this beautiful beach party. This is what it is about for me. This fragrance is tropical, beautiful, sweet, but not overly sweet. And it has flowers, and it's just something about this fragrance. It just takes me to this place. It just takes me to the seaside. It doesn't have, at the slightest, it doesn't have sea notes, salty notes. It doesn't have those notes, but for some reason this is the beautiful fragrance that reminds me of this moments and times where I have been with my friends having a seaside party. So, and this is a beautiful fragrance. Just mind you, Bvlgari makes beautiful fragrances. I have to tell you, they used to have, well, they still have some of them, not all of them, unfortunately. The red tea scent, it was amazing, amazing. And the blue tea, those fragrances were amazing. Why would they take them away? I don't know, people. Okay, we should go next. Next is a fragrance that I love it. I love this fragrance to bits. Well, I love all my fragrances to bits, right? It's just fragrances for me are no joke. It's very serious for me. So this is a fragrance, and it might look familiar, and you might say, well, this is not Discontinued. Well, it is. It is. It's Essence. This is Classique Essence. Look at the shape of this fragrance. You see, this is a fragrance that came out, well, I don't remember the year, but it kind of probably around, I want to say 10 years ago, something like that. Now the shape of this bottle, Label has kind of similar shape to this, but this one was before Label, way before. And this is one of the few fragrances that has aldehydes. And this is one of the few fragrances that has aldehydes, and I love the fragrance. So it has tangerine, aldehydes, ginger, orange blossom, jasmine sambac, whipped cream, vanilla, benzoin, cashmere wood, and woody notes. So, in my opinion, these notes of aldehydes, it just gives this fragrance this airness and cleanness. Sometimes aldehydes come across to my nose as something really sharp and really unpleasant, like sick inducing. I don't like aldehydes, not at all. But in this fragrance, I just feel freshness. So this fragrance is very fresh. It has ginger, it has a very prominent ginger note. It has this ginger and citrus. It's such a beautiful, it's lighter, it's much lighter than your Classique scent, and but it still has this kind of white flourness, and it's sweeter. So it has the sweetness and white flowers and this bitterness and citrusness in the beginning. So this one is beautiful. This one is beautiful. It is, I can't say that it's more intense than the Classique fragrance. This one is much more sweeter. This one is less white flower. This one is less straightforward, because the Classique fragrance, I love it because it's just, it's kind of a fragrance of a very determined woman, you know, and this one is kind of a fragrance of a nicer woman that, well, I'm nicer, I'm more relaxed, I'm more, I don't know how to say, I'm just more nice than the Classique woman, because for me the Classique woman, she's like a bit of a bitchy kind of woman, and I love this fragrance so much. It's one of my top 3 fragrances, so don't come for me for this. So anyway, beautiful scent. It's different enough from Classique to have both. It's more sweet and less white flower. And well, the Classique, it also had a star anise that kind of gives this fragrance a little bit of this, I don't know, I can't say Middle Eastern vibe, but something like that. Something spicy. This one isn't spicy at all. Well, it has ginger, but it's not this kind of ginger spicy fragrance. Anyway, this one was beautiful. And I don't know why would they discontinue this one, because it's just such a nice fragrance. The next one is the fragrance that so many people love it. They love it to bits, but this fragrance has been discontinued, and That's a shame. That's a shame, because it's probably one of the most famous discontinued fragrances. So this is Armani and this is Mania. So we have pink pepper, bay leaf, orange, green mandarin, black currant, magnolia, peony, iris, lily of the valley, vanilla, white sandalwood, amber, musk, Virginia, cedar. A beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and there's such a feminine fragrance. That's such a classy feminine fragrance. I love it. I love it. It's such beautifully balanced. This fragrance, when I spray it on myself, the only thing that I dislike about this fragrance is this cap. And this cap, it just drives me crazy. You see how this cap, it has this kind of round part here, like a smaller round and then the bigger round. And so the cap here, it has this kind of oval shape, and then the round. If you don't put it in the right direction, it just wouldn't close, and it drives me crazy every single time I use this fragrance. Anyway, this is a fragrance of kind of confident and beautiful, and I don't want to say a woman from the 90s, I don't. But whenever I have this fragrance on me, I just, you know, these big shoulders come into my mind. So it's not a vintage fragrance, not at all. It's just this kind of vibe, this kind of, I'm not saying dynasty, don't think that. Think about the first season, maybe the second season of Sex and the City, how Samantha was dressed, something like that. So this one is a beautiful fragrance. It has a lot of going on. It's primarily, for me, it's a flower fragrance, but it's not suffocating. You don't have a feeling that you're in a flower store, nothing like that. It's just a pleasing and nice and, yeah, provocating, sophisticated scent. Very feminine, very beautiful. Love it. I'm gonna end this video with this one, and this one is now, I think it's one of the fragrances that people want, but it's such a difficult task now to get your hands on this one. So this one is a straight up mango for me. So it has mango, sorbet, praline, grapefruit, patchouli, and black currant. For me, it's a straight up ripe, beautiful, not overripe. It's very important. Mango, just so sweet, so nice, and it has a lot of patchouli inside. I love this fragrance, and the mango part reminds me of a time when I was in one of the countries that grows mangoes, and it was one of my first times when I would eat mango that was just harvested. So I had this huge mango. It was so beautiful and so tasty and so juicy. And I would open it up, and the juice, it was just dripping on my hands, and it came like down to my elbows, and I was just eating it, and so nice, so good, so tasty, so juicy, beautiful scent. I love this one. So it's a patchouli mango for me. Well, it doesn't just have mango. It's also has the sweetness, but mango and patchouli. If you love mango, if you love patchouli, then this is the fragrance you should hunt down and you should get for yourself, because it's amazing. This is an amazing fragrance. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard, extremely hard, but it's worth every single penny that you spend on this fragrance. If you love mango, because the mango here is overpowering. It's gonna be basically everything you can feel on yourself. It's gonna be this ripe and juicy mango, and a little bit of patchouli. So yeah, these are my scents that I really would love to be able to buy them again in a store. I just think that these are the fragrances that are worthy to be brought back to the humanity, the people that love fragrances, because these are beautiful, nice fragrances. And there are so many other fragrances. There's so many fragrances that has, I don't know, mango, tropical fragrances, but these ones, they are just amazing. Why would they discontinue them? Why? We want them back. Bring them back. So thank you for your attention. I'm gonna be seeing you next Wednesday, and in the meantime I wish you a beautiful Sunday day. Bye.